The second type of relative clause begins with the possessive relative pronoun whose for both people and things. You use this form in possessive situations. We show possession with apostrophe s or s apostrophe if it's plural possessive. The old wolf's howl. The three boys' toys for plural possessive. These are common possessive pronouns. His sword, her spell, their homes, its bowl. In all these situations, we only use one possessive relative pronoun, whose. This is for people, for animals, for companies. There's only whose. Here's an example. The villagers feared the wolf. The wolf's howl echoed through the forest. The villagers feared the wolf whose howl echoed through the forest. Just like with type 1 relative clauses, we have defining and non-defining possessive relative clauses. Compare these two examples. 1. The child is really upset. Her cat is missing. This becomes, the child whose cat is missing is really upset. This is a defining possessive relative clause. Because the subject, the child, is nonspecific, the information in the relative clause is needed to understand who we're talking about. When you read this aloud, there are no pauses. The child whose cat is missing is really upset. Number 2. Sue is really upset. Her cat is missing. Sue, whose cat is missing, is really upset. This is a non-defining possessive relative clause. Because the subject Sue is specific, the relative clause isn't needed to define Sue. In these cases, the relative clause goes between commas. When you read this aloud, you pause naturally where the commas are. Sue, whose cat is missing, is really upset.